Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Coach Bill at Weight Loss Made Easy. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday morning so far. I'm doing my first live Facebook video today, which is Tuesday. I think I'm going to set times of Tuesdays and Thursdays, Tuesday, Thursdays, and maybe a Saturday to do my live videos on different health topics. But today, guys, I gotta do this one because it's a big issue out there, and in the last couple of weeks, and just particularly this week alone, I've talked to a lot of people out there who are over 40, probably mainly in their mid-50s or so forth, that are type 2 diabetics that have been on medications. For one particular guy last Sunday at church, he's been on medication for 13 to 15 years. And over the past 7 years, we've worked with type 2 diabetics that have been on medication for 9 years, 10 years, 5 years. But before I get into this, guys, I want to do a disclaimer first. I'm not a doctor. I'm not subscribing anything. We are educators who are pointing people in the right direction when it comes to true health, and to show people that there's actual science research or case studies that are backing up that you can naturally reverse diseases like type 2 diabetes and cancer. And what's also happening out there, and this is what I mean by educating people, that there are actually doctors who care about their patients, who understand that the medication that they're taking for their type 2 diabetes, and actually for type 1 diabetics who are on massive amounts of insulins, there's doctors out there that are now seeing that their way of treating their patients for the last 10 or 20 years, like Dr. Jason Fung has said, and is now out teaching other doctors about the natural way of reversing type 2 diabetes and obesity through the 4 protocols that we're actually using to help type 2 diabetics. They've completely changed their format on how they treat their patients, and they have documentations and the science to back it, showing the amazing results when you combine all these 4 protocols. And the protocols I'm talking about is just by changing the food you're eating, by changing the time you're eating the food, and by changing the type of water you're drinking, and by exercising. And guys, all 4 of these protocols are backed by science. No doctor can deny them because there's too much of them, too many of them. But yet you guys who have type 2 diabetes or even type 1 diabetes are not being told that you can actually reverse your type 2 diabetes by changing your lifestyle by your doctor. And why? Because the doctors don't have time to do their own research on what is new out there. They're not even looking in the case studies of all this new research. A lot of this research, guys, are coming out in the past few years. I mean, as recently, you guys know that when I do a live Facebook, and I always put in there, in the description, I'll put in there the science backing what I'm saying. Well, I'm going to actually do a blog post on my Drink Nature's Water WordPress blog post that will have all the science and more specifically what I'm talking about when in the description section. So if you go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it, find this live video when I post it, go to the description section, and make sure that you click onto the blog post, because that will give you more specifically what I'm talking about and will actually give you the science. Okay, guys? But going back to the subject that these people over 40 or 50 or 60 have been on medication for decades, actually, I don't think they realize how serious the issue is. Because if you look at long-term type 2 diabetic taking medication and insulin, there's a huge amount of side effects which can lead to all kinds of diseases like cancer or autoimmune diseases or losing a foot or losing a leg. Guys, you're not being educated on the root cause of why you have the disease in the first place, and you're not being told how to reverse that root cause. See, that's the key factor. You've got to address the root cause. There is no medication on this planet that will ever address the root cause. I don't care what the doctor says. He's wrong. Okay? God gave you the treatment in order to reverse it, but because you are listening to your doctors and not researching it yourself, and because doctors aren't familiar with this, and most doctors have no nutritional background, if not most of them, I would say 95% have no idea on nutrition. Because why? They don't teach that in schools. They go to school for 8 to 10 years. They don't teach them about nutrition. They might get one semester, and that's it. And if you look at the actual study of that semester, it sucks. It doesn't really say anything, okay? And so what you have to do is you got to find a specialist who cares about their patient, realizing that they have been treating their patients wrong, and they are hard to come by. Most areas don't have them, or very few of them do. I just heard of a doctor locally, I think he's local here, who actually will not treat a diabetic unless he changes his lifestyle to a primal eating, or what you guys know as of a ketogenic diet. Now, what Emily and I have done is we've gone to the next level, and we've added 3 other very, very powerful protocols that has the science behind it. And besides, her and I, in the last, I would say 6 to 8 months to a year, have actually became, I don't know if you want to call us specialists in type 2 diabetes, but I have documentation that where we have helped people to reverse their type 2 diabetes by changing their lifestyle, and we're monitoring it with what they call a GKI monitoring system, which these other doctors are doing also. And what that means is that we're using their own blood testing that they can do, that they're doing anyway, 2 to 3 days a week or twice a week, but we're monitoring their ketone levels and their blood glucose level and changing their lifestyle so we can see how the glucose is dropping continually to keep us focused. Because see, if you don't do that, how do you know you're even eating the right foods that's going to help you to lose or to lower your glucose? You don't. You gotta actually do the monitoring until you've got it under control. Now, how long will it take? I have no idea. It's how consistent you are, how honest you are with me when we've changed your lifestyle or the food you're eating, and if you're following all the other 3 protocols that we do. Because the other 3 escalates everything. They all work as a team, guys. These 4 protocols, they all work as a team. So there's not one individually that 100% will help you to reverse type 2 diabetes, or those of you that are actually on or a type 1 diabetic, how you're going to be able to lessen the insulin. Now that one there, type 1, is difficult and it takes more time, and that's why we suggest those of you that have type 2 diabetes, or those of you that do have type 1 diabetes, you need to get with a professional personal coach who understands this, who even follows it themselves, and who has been working with people that have those diseases. So we suggest that you guys find one, and that's what Emily and I do, and work with them for at least 60 days. What they're going to do is they're going to take the guessing game out of it, not only in what your protocols are, and how to do the GKI, and understand how important that GKI monitoring is. They're also going to give you the meal plan, so there's no guessing there. You guys don't have to guess about it. The meal plan's there. The book, I have a PDF book with all kinds of recipes. Everything that's combined in it You don't have to worry about counting micros or grams or protein grams. We just have to your lifestyle. But that's why we recommend that you go with a personal coach so that you don't make the mistakes or lose time. But guys, those of you that have a type 2 diabetic, or you might know somebody, pass this video on to them. They need to understand, and this is the sad part, is the ones I've talked to, they don't really realize how serious their issue is long term. When I ask questions about how long have you been on medication, and they said, well, I'm going to take this one example, a guy last Sunday at church. I've been on medication for about 17 years. And I go, so how's that working? He says, well, never thought. It's not. I go, no, it's not. You still have it, so it's not working. I mean, and even his blood glucose level isn't still down to where in a safe, healthy range, because the medication won't do it. It may do it to some, but you're taking medication, and the side effects from those medications are horrific. And if you just take the time and actually research the side effects yourself, you're going to be blown away, and you're going to see that eventually, now I don't know how long it takes, each individual is different when it comes to the side effects, but you will have some issue in the long run, and it will cause a major issue when it comes to degenerative diseases such as cancer. If you do the research, you can see it. And so guys, like I said, those of you that have type 2 diabetes and your doctor says it cannot be reversed, it's wrong. They're totally wrong. There's doctors that have changed their whole platform. Dr. Jason Fun admits at his seminars, I've been treating my clients wrong for 20 years. Now he's actually got a book out called the Diabetic Code that actually has all different sciences already in it, and then all the research and documentation that he's been doing with his patients who have type 2 diabetes or obesity. Obesity is one of the root causes of type 2. And he actually has those in his book, proving that by changing your lifestyle, you can do it without medication. There's another doctor that's out there almost every Sunday night spreading the word, and she actually says the same thing. Dr. Boz, she's doing it with her patients, and so there are doctors, and there's more and more doctors now. I'm hearing a few more are jumping on the bandwagon, saying yes. Type 2 diabetics will never, ever reverse type 2 diabetes if they're taking medication. They got to completely change their lifestyle. And guys, this is a lifestyle that can be done for long term. Because obviously, just because you've reversed it over whenever it happens, that you can't go back to your old lifestyle because it'll come back. Cancer is the same way. Those of you that are post-cancer and are thinking that, okay, I'm going to go ahead and go back eating those sugary foods and those high starchy foods and all that stuff. No, you can't do that because the medication and chemotherapy and radiation does not kill cancer stem cells. So the cancer, you just have it under control, but it'll come out if you don't change your lifestyle, and that is by doing a primal eating lifestyle, which is known as a ketogenic diet, because what is that doing? Intermittent fasting combined with that is taking away the food that actually feeds cancer. You're taking it away from the food, and you're actually helping your cells at the cellular level by changing your lifestyle to be healthier, especially those of you that have any science background at all or know anything about cellular biology. You guys know how important the mitochondria is, okay? A dysfunctional mitochondria is right up there with a dysfunctional gut or an unhealthy gut, because that's your life. You don't have those two, you're pretty much gone. Okay, guys? So you got to understand all that stuff, guys. So, guys, like I said, this video, please share it with somebody that you know that has a that is type 2 that would like to reverse it, get off the medication, because what it'll do, it'll point them in the right direction. You can message us for more information to find out about our 2 programs that we have. We have an online coaching program for those of you that are out of the area. We are also now introducing, Emily and I are coming out of retirement, so we are now going to be doing one-on-one personal coaching at a gym local here in town called New Gym. Great name, but it's not what you think, so get that out of your mind. But anyway, guys, I hope you saw some value in this, and I hope you spread the word and help your family members or friends to beat type 2 diabetes, and that it's not me just talking. Like I said, you can go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it, find this video on there, click or find the description section. The blog post will be there, and click on that blog post and all the science will be there. Like I said, there's so much science on it, and so many other doctors are starting to come on board realizing this, that the science behind the protocols that I'm listing are true because it's in where they do their research. Now, they can't deny it. Guys, it's pretty easy, pretty simple. You cannot deny blood tests. When you do a blood test, it does not lie, especially if you're doing your own, and you don't have to go to a place to get your blood test done and spend $200. You can go and get the GKI monitoring system online for about, for all the stuff you need for about, I don't know, $100, and that's how we monitor our progress when we've changed your lifestyle. So guys, hope you saw some value in this. Like I said, please share it, and please go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it, because I'll be posting other videos like this. I think my next video on Thursday is what? Oh, I have it listed, I just don't remember. So you guys, hey, have a great day today. Have a blessed day today, and stay positive and enjoy the holidays with your family. So we'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.